Alright. Welcome back. Hey, what's up, people? Welcome back to Johnny's Corner, Movie Corner. We're still looking for a name, but we're going with it. Josh is back. Welcome back, my friend.
Thank you for
Good
having
to have
me.
you. Oh, the streets. We have about 50, 60 subscribers. 90% of them said, we need more of these videos. So I was like, all right, let's get the boy back.
Sounds good.
And it's, sometimes you gotta, I had to give him $5,000 this time.
Just to get me to come
Just
over.
to get him to come over, man. I'm very lonely. I'm just kidding. Anyways, we're gonna do some James Cameron reviews tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with the classics. First things up, Terminator. Boom, we got the HBO release, HBO video. James Cameron must have had some ties with them. Good thing he did. Man, one of the best directors of all time.
Yeah,
100%.
One of my favorite movies of all time, too.
Absolutely. And I think, for me, James Cameron's the best Canadian director of all time. 100%.
I would agree. Yeah.
100% for me. And then it's even like him and, what's his name from Alien? No, the director of Alien. Escaping my mind, I should know.
Ridley
Scott.
Ridley
That's
Scott.
like, man, two masters. You can't say who's better. It's just two masters at their craft. So, yeah, I'm really excited about this review. Arnold Schwarzenegger, just a 5-time Mr. Olympian.
Yeah,
Can't go wrong. I'm going to do some movies now, and then I'm going to take over the world. And I thought, man, he was fucking epic in this. He's like...
It was like what made his career, right?
Oh, for sure. Tell us a little synopsis of this film.
Yeah, just going to read the back for you guys. I'm sure a lot
Classic
of you...
80s original back.
And lots of you, I'm sure, have seen it, obviously. Yeah. But if you haven't, definitely check it out. And then we're just going to go back and forth and talk a bit about the movie, some of our favorite parts, and a little bit about the background. But it basically says, in the year of darkness, 2029, the rulers of this planet devise the ultimate plan. They will reshape the future by changing the past. The plan requires something that feels no pity, no pain, and no fear. They create the Terminator.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. The Terminator. They didn't create Arnold.
A brilliant flash of light and an ear-splitting explosion mark the arrival of the Terminator, a cyborg, part man and part machine, sent to present-day Earth from the future on a deadly mission. His task is to kill a young woman whose life will have great significance in the decades to come. The mechanical monster from the future leaves behind him an unspeakable path of destruction. Nothing can stop the horrific Terminator.
They don't even mention Michael Biehn's character.
No, unfortunately they don't.
Man, that's like the whole thing for me, the romance. That's why I watched this movie with action and Terminator robots. I was like, I want romance!
Well, there is.
That is a good sex scene.
There's a good romance story in it.
It's not so sexual, it's like emotional.
She does take his virginity as well. We could basically...
As long as it's not John Connor, it's alright. But, yeah, a lot of... when I watched this movie, I think I was, snuck downstairs and, my older brother was watching with some people, some friends, and all I saw was, machines stepping on skulls, and I was like, whoa, that looks so cool! And I remember playing a video game called RoboCop vs. Terminator.
Oh, that was a wicked game.
And it was on, Sega or Nintendo, I can't remember. And I was like, man, I need to watch this movie. So it became a personal, pursuit to find this movie. By the time I was 16, I was like, okay. Went into, some old record store, and I would find, Terminator 1, Alien 1, Army of Darkness, Evil Dead 2. Evil Dead 1 was hard to find.
All good stuff.
Yeah, I would get them all at once, dot. It's like, oh, The Abyss, he made it. Michael Biehn, I'm in.
Well, one thing we were talking about, too, is how interesting the synopsis on the back is, because it explains it in a really, poetic way, the story, but... I was going to give, kind of a different breakdown.
Yeah, and it definitely doesn't, I'll just say before you do that breakdown, definitely doesn't give it justice, but it's just like a classic, movie over the shelf. Some guy at fucking Paramount or HBO was like, I'm going to write this. Pretty accurate, but it did leave a lot for...
the imagination.
Yes. But let's hear your synopsis.
Well, I was going to say, it starts out in a post-apocalyptic future. There's been some kind of a nuclear war. It's 2029 at the beginning of the film, and then there's two beings that are sent back into the past to the year 1984. One's a human who's sent back to protect Sarah Connor, whose son is the leader of a revolution going on in the future against the machines. And all of these machines are basically being designed to kill the remaining of the humans that are still on the planet.
Oh, talk about the teleportation, like synthetic things can't go through time.
Yeah, the time machine. So
we'll talk about the skin and everything.
So they've got the machines have built a time machine to go back in time so that they can kill Sarah Connor. And like a retroactive abortion, they say in the movie. By killing her, they prevent the birth of John, who is the savior of mankind in the future. And they can't send back any inanimate material.
Hey, don't forget Paul Winfield and Lance Henriksen, the two cops in this movie. They're hilarious. They're awesome.
So it's got to be only organic materials can go back in time. So they can send back a human being, but no guns or anything.
It has to be alive. So living tissue. The synthetic organisms, Skynet, or whatever they're called at that point, have created. They've taken skin and kept it alive, or human tissue, and put it over their cyborgs. To create over the robots to create cyborgs that could travel through time, because only living tissue can travel through time in this universe. Oh, we're running out of time. We're gonna do a part 2. Okay, so we're gonna just cut this off. Sorry. I just got a call through my Mybasapshi Bluetooth. It's the smallest Bluetooth in the world. Mybasapshi.
Join us for part 2.
Part 2 coming up.